Dave Meltzer said of potentially more cuts that could happen. Of all the people that were cut, there were probably about 10 others that were in strong discussion about being cut. Pretty much everyone that was not being used, well, was on the bubble, and they were considering cutting those people. He also went on to say that all these guys, again, they are trying to get younger. They, being WWE, are trying to get younger. Before, the idea was that NXT was going to be this touring brand, and they were looking for guys that could be good workers and to have really good road shows. Now that's not the idea. The idea is to get young. So that's what Dave Meltzer had to say about this whole situation. What's your reaction to, I guess, this idea of WWE wanting to get younger and potentially cutting some older NXT talent?
Well, they pretty much came out and said this. This is something that has been said by them before. They wanted different. They wanted to go a different way. They wanted younger, more I guess up and coming talent. And like I mean, you can only assume that the what they're going to do is cut talent or send them to WWE. I mean, send them to Raw or SmackDown. So I mean, this is not really a surprise. It still sucks, but yeah, I mean, but you need some veteran talent on NXT. You can't have all of these, just new indie wrestlers. I mean, some of them are just have natural talent and really good, but like, what about the ones that aren't? That still need somebody in the ring to work with. What are you going to do? Get like a 2-year vet to teach them? Like, what one of the better wrestlers could teach them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, who are these people going to work with? The way you get
Right.
better, if you don't know how to wrestle, right? I understand they have this performance center and the best trainers, quote unquote, that money can buy, right? But at the end of the day, in order for you to do a job, right? I could speak into a microphone and being coached about speaking into a microphone all day, like as much as I want, right? Until I go out there and do it, and do it with maybe someone else or whatever, I'm not going to like become that good at it. They're like you need that experience level. If the better your opponent is, the more experienced your opponent is, the better you're going to get at wrestling, because you're going to pick up on things.
Right.
They're going to help you realize things. They're going to work with you. You're going to learn how to work. That's how this is supposed to happen. That's the process of learning a new trade or a new skill or what have you. But it just seems like they just want people to be working with younger people. So Braun Breaker and Von Wagner are going to be working with each other, which is great.
Right.
That could mean that few. Okay, genuinely, Braun Breaker, and Von Wagner, as crazy as it sounds, actually could end up main eventing WrestleMania one day. Like, and both of them
You
have
could.
the potential to do it, but they're not going to have the potential to do it if they don't go out and work with people who have been in there and done these things. And if
Right.
WWE's whole thing is we're going to be releasing a lot of these older talent in NXT, because look, like Braun Breaker right now, he can't work with Bobby Roode and all these other people who are on the
Right.
main roster
Right.
because those people are touring. NXT is in Full Sail or wherever they are. They're in Florida, right? So so that's the situation. You need that. Like even Goldberg in WCW, when WCW was pushing Goldberg, what did they do, Trevor? They put him in the ring with William Regal, who was an
Yep.
experienced, very, very good technical wrestler, great hand, quote unquote, whatever you want to say. But the guy was experienced at that point, knows how to work. So I think you should, if you want to build stars up, you should need to have that older talent there that is going to elevate these younger guys that they can beat and get better at wrestling at and also get over with. Like that's how you build stars. Like and I understand like you can't have everyone like wrestle like Tommaso or Ciampa, right? Because then you're like, unless you want Tommaso Ciampa to just be a job guy, like you
Right.
need to have older talent. Like Bobby Fish would have fit very well into that role because that's basically what he's doing in AEW. Bobby
Pretty
Fish,
much.
he's losing to younger people. He's losing to younger people, and he's getting great performances out of younger people. But and no one looks bad. Like you can do it in a way where Bobby Fish doesn't lose credibility. But the way they're doing it now, I just don't get it. I don't get it. It seems off to me. It seems wrong. And it just seems like the way they're presenting some of these guys, I don't like it. And
No.
look, the reality is there are going to be more cuts. We talked about there are going to be more cuts. I promise you. And unfortunately, I hate predicting this, but it's true. when the quarter four meeting comes out, whenever in December, whenever it is, there are going to be people that are cut. That is at this point, it's not a prediction, as Paul Heyman would say. It's a spoiler. There are probably
Yep,
going to be
pretty
people that are
much.
cut, and there are probably going to be some big names. And I'm not going to speculate on who exactly those names could be. I'm sure everyone on the internet will, and you guys can, but it's just sad. It's just sad, man. Like
It
the
really
fact
is.
that we know it's coming now too. We know it's coming.
Yeah, it's it's ridiculous. It is.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.